Well, welcome back to Northeast Iowa. Spring is finally here in the cold part of the United States. So we are finally starting to see some green color and trees are starting to bud out, and well, it feels good. We're shooting for about 60 degrees today, and that's really a nice feeling. So we're in our back acre of land back here right now, and we're just gonna kind of show you how we're got it all set up, where we got everything with walnut trees around our whole acre, and there is some evergreens we've got up over through this area here, and then as we kind of panoramic around here, we've got a lot of the walnut trees are still pretty dormant yet. They are beginning to bud out a little bit at the top of the tree, and then there's some of them that are just really sleeping yet. But we're supposed to get up pretty close to 80 degrees here pretty soon, and then they're going to start seeing some things really start to develop, and things are going to start to show some pretty good life. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of take a walk up to the back part of the house. I ended up doing a little bit of a project today. The project is with some cardboard. And on my last video, or 2 videos ago, I put some cardboard around the vegetable garden. But the cardboard that I did today, I may sound a little bit winded before I tell you it was a lot of work, but I think it's going to save me a lot of time down the road here as it starts to warm up. But there's an area back here that's kind of a little bit on the slope, and when we put it in the backyard, we kind of raised everything up so it could drain nicely, and the water wasn't going to be sitting in one little spot. And we found out, wow, it really has done a nice job. But here I went ahead, this is an area in here that just has to be weed whipped completely every week, and I won't spray. I just don't like spraying. And some of this area back in here is an area that I usually use for vegetables, or I've got some different other projects coming up where I don't want to have that stuff in the soil. And some of the other projects I got coming up, I'm just going to kind of keep silent here until the things start to arrive, and then we'll dig into some of the videos and show you what I've got planned. But I do have some stakes a little bit further up on the garden up here that I'm going to plant things, and they're going to be completely different than what I think anybody else would probably end up planting in Northeast Iowa. Anyway, we're going to give it a whirl, see how well it works out. But we got the drainage, and that's what I need to have for my projects with these items that I've got coming. And when they do arrive, we'll get them in and have a video about what I've got coming. But the cardboard area here is going to help knock down those weeds that I've got in here, and it's going to save me a lot of time weekly from having to do any weed whipping. Now, as we kind of walk down through here, I want to show you what I did to save on having to put a whole lot of landscaping brick in here. Let's kind of get up close here. And what I did was, when the boxes were kind of like have a little locking system on it by the flap, I went ahead and just kind of interlocked all of them where you don't have to worry about putting so many blocks down to keep it in place. And it worked really well. Not all, of course, not all the boxes, are well set up for that kind of interlocking system, but when they did have it, I went ahead and kind of overlapped them. Now, of course, you're going to have areas where the darn grass just finds the light, and it's going to come through, and you're going to have little patches of weeds poking up through the cardboard. But overall, my whole idea was to just stop eliminating the weeds from coming up. Now, the cardboard, of course, will decompose, and as soon as it decomposes, I'll go ahead and put up the the blocks, and I'll remove those. And then I've got a project set up where I'm going to be using those blocks for another project down the road. So lots of things going on here in northeast Iowa. Ah, yes. Hey, let's go ahead and let's take a trip up to the rhubarb. I think one of my last videos here, the rhubarb was just barely coming out of the ground. And now, with the rain that we've been getting here, it's just been incredible. Oh my goodness. A lot of nice rains. We've been getting some good soakers. It's kind of setting things up as it did last year. We got a lot of rain in the spring, and then by late June it just seemed like the faucet was turned off. But look at the rhubarb. If anybody hadn't seen one of the videos on that I had on the rhubarb before, look back at one of those videos and look at what they have done now. I mean, they're getting really nice in that strawberry rhubarb. And it's not too far off on the larger plants from getting picked. And I see some in there right now that looks really good. But yeah, that's just kind of a quick shot on the rhubarb. The walking Egyptian onions, boy, they are absolutely beautiful here. You can go ahead and you can cut off the tops, use them for cooking. They're ready to go already. And then the bulb onions, they're planted with onion plants, are doing really well. And you can just kind of look up the row there, how well they are doing. I put some straw around them just to kind of keep them warm and put the moisture in the ground. And all the shallots here. Let's just kind of walk over to the shallots. The shallots were kind of sleeping there for a while, and I think just today, oh my goodness, here they are. They're starting to break loose. So there is the shell. Oh, here, look at here. Even on this one side here, there's some shallots starting to come out of the ground. Northeast Iowa, you got to be patient. We just don't have the color that a lot of the zones have all year round, and when we start getting it here, we just really enjoy our gardening seasons and growing seasons, and we just do our fun little projects as much as possible from year to year. But that's kind of like a quick update on the veggies right now, and it won't be too long that the tulips are going to start blooming, so we'll have a nice tulip tour to be able to show you on that also. So from northeast Iowa, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and we'll probably end up seeing you soon. Thanks for stopping.